All right, here we are, 91.7 WLFR Pomona, and we are here with a Zoom meeting interview with Jersey band The City Limit. Welcome, guys.
Hey, thanks for having us.
My pleasure, my pleasure. In this age of COVID, I wish I could have my guests in the studio as I did before.
Yeah, for sure.
But it's working out. Fairly well. This way also,
Yeah. Yeah. Some of these like Zoom interviews, they're not too bad,
Yeah.
Get the job done.
Right.
Got to make it work somehow.
Definitely. So, tell us about yourselves. Rundown on the band. Okay, band members, how you got together, that stuff.
Sure. You want to go first? Yeah. So, the City Limit is, I would describe, we're a four-piece. I would describe it as kind of like a fusion of like some blues music, rock, pop, funk, and soul that kind of just come together. A lot of different like musical backgrounds with everyone in the band. Like Scott is like a big like folk blues guy, but he also likes a lot of like electronic stuff too. I come from more of like the soul R&B kind of.
And you are?
I'm Michael Cass, and I play piano and I do some backup vocals.
Okay.
So Scott Lewis is like lead singer, main songwriter. Then you have Anthony Ambrosio, who's our bass player, also co-songwriter, and then Sean Fairley on drums. Yeah, so like he said, I would kind of describe the band as like a melting pot, because as he touched upon, there's so many different musical backgrounds in this band. Like you have like Sean, our drummer, and Anthony, our bass player, who are both kind of from like a metal background, but they're also huge fans of like funk and R&B and Motown. And then you have like, Mike, who he's very plugged into like electronic music and, kind of neo soul, kind of on the cutting edge of that. And then, me, who's very much from a blues background. So we kind of all come together to, make pop music, because we all love pop music, love rock music. And so it's kind of all about finding the middle ground between all of our styles. And that's kind of where we draw our sound from.
All right. Awesome. All right, then. And as I said, you are a Jersey band, right? Where in Jersey are you from?
So our studio that we rehearse at is in Morristown.
Okay.
And then me and the drummer we both grew up in Hopatcong, right around Lake Hopatcong. And Mike here grew up in Montague. Yeah. And Anthony was born in Monroe County, New York, but then quickly moved here and grew up in like the Rockaway, New Jersey area. They're all like pretty close. All from North Jersey. Like we're just like a North Jersey band, really.
All right, cool. Okay, why The City Limit? How did you come up with that band name?
For Scott. Yeah, so I'm like, coming up with band names is like super difficult, as probably anybody who's ever started a band knows. It's hard to come up with a band name.
All the good ones are taken, right?
You're so right about that. And I've been like trying for like months and months to figure out a band name. And one day I was just like sitting on my couch at like 1 o'clock in the morning watching Stevie Ray Vaughan and Austin City Limits. And I was just like,
nice.
Right there, The City Limit. Yeah. So it kind of came from that. And yeah, and it's I just felt like it kind of stylistically fit, the tone kind of fit the music that I was writing at that time. Like when me and Anthony, our bass player, was trying to think of band names, he had all these like ridiculous. He comes from a metal background, so he's like coming up with band names like Swamp Pits and The Smell. I'm like, we're not naming the band The Smell, dude. So we can, so The City Limit. I was like, if anyone can think of anything better, let me know. And no one has. So I really think finding a band name is one of those things that happens out of nowhere. It's like if you try to sit and think of a band name, it just get nowhere with it. It has to just kind of happen. Yeah, exactly.
Right. Wow. Okay. All right. So your current CD that we're playing and charting here is your first one or what?
So this is our second EP.
The second one.
But
Okay.
it's the first one with this lineup. So the first EP was me and Anthony, and then we had a different drummer at the time named Sean Myers, who's a phenomenal musician, still a dear friend of the band, and his brother Matt was on keys for that record. It was very much different though, because we are, like, as you probably noticed from the new record, we're a very like synth driven band in a lot of ways. We're very like keyboard oriented. But back then we didn't really have a keyboardist in the band. We just had our drummer's brother came in like a week and a half before we went to the studio and kind of like came up with some ideas like really quick. And he did a great job considering, you know, how short of an amount of time he had. But then this time we have Mike in the band. So we were able to like develop the songs and the arrangements of the songs like from the ground up with him. And so now it's like, it really feels like the keyboards and the synths are like a really well integrated part of like the tapestry of the music. Whereas last time, as great as Matt's performance on the first record was, it was kind of just like icing on the cake, you know.
Very good, very good.
Yeah, sorry. The first record, like the second record definitely is like shows like a growth happening with the sound, you know, like we're kind of evolving a little bit.
Okay. He what is your song? Okay, okay. Songwriting process as yeah, please. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so the songwriting process in this band has been really exciting over like the past like year and a half, 2 years, just because it's been changing, it's been evolving. Back before Sean Fairley and Mike joined the band, it was very much just me and Anthony writing songs on acoustic guitars. Then we like bring it to the band, you know, bring it to like our drummer Sean Myers, and you know, start kind of like adding things from there. Whereas this time, it's much more like, you know, me or Anthony, or we'll have like a riff idea, like just kind of like a riff. Maybe we'll have like one section of a song, and then we bring it into the studio with the guys, and then from there everyone starts contributing their ideas, kind of, you know, putting their own spin on it. And so it's cool to have gone from like a, you know, like a real like folky singer-songwriter style of songwriting, where again it's just acoustic guitar, then you put instruments on it, to now it's a much more like full band organic method of you know, crafting songs. So it's been exciting to see how the songwriting process has changed over the past couple of years.
Nice. Okay. Okay. How have you been coping in this crazy year we've had? And were you able to do like some have virtual shows or what?
We haven't really done much virtual shows. Honestly, we probably should have, but we haven't. But we were so busy with like recording this album at the beginning of the year, and then you know, from then on out, it was like working on getting it out to radio stations, worrying about everything from the album art to like the distribution and everything. So that was kind of what kept us occupied, and we'd get the occasional show here and there, like, you know, like probably like once a month, if that, we'd get a show to play. So that helped, you know, keep the flame of hope alive a little bit. But it's been really great lately to you know, be able to start playing shows again. Like last night, we actually just played our first show, full band with the full lineup. Yeah, first time since Halloween of last year.
Wow.
So we're still kind of like on cloud nine from that. It was such a fun night. But yeah, you know, we've just, like I said, we've been focusing, since live music's not as readily available. We've been focusing mainly on like using the internet to try to get our music out, get it into the ears of radio stations like yourself and music blogs, and working on music videos too. Yeah, recording a lot of music videos too. So we've been staying really busy this year, despite the fact that live music kind of got ripped out from under us.
Very good, very good. All right. Excuse me. All right. All right. Where was that last show then? Tell us. How'd it go too?
So yesterday's show was this place called Susie Q's in West Orange. It's a barbecue, great restaurant. Yeah, and I moved here in South Orange, so I live like a mile away, and I got to know the owner and in my other group, I've been playing there. So I've been trying to like slowly like get people I know to like start playing here because they actually like it's a great place to play, great space outside.
Really good barbecue
Yeah,
food.
great food, great drinks.
That helps. Say,
Yeah, I mean, I eat there like once a week,
Yeah.
regardless. So like,
It's a really good American smokehouse. It's
Yeah.
very good.
they got great whiskey. So yeah, so we played there, and we had some family and friends come out and see us outside, and they're very accommodating. It was a great first show back, I would say.
Yeah, definitely.
nice,
Definitely
nice.
recommend checking it out too if you're ever
Yeah,
nearby.
if you're ever in the West Orange area, definitely check out Susie Q's. Delicious food.
uh,
And tell Susie I sent you.
oh well.
She might buy you a beer.
Okay.
She's crazy.
Okay. Hey, okay. Hey, we're still mainly a non-commercial radio though. That's a personal recommendation. That's fine. Okay.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay. It's okay.
We just really love the brisket there. That was no one's fan. We just love the food.
He's like,
Oh.
You like that
Okay. Hey, I missed that, but that's all right. And in any way though. Oh. Right. Hey, now us here, okay, at Stockton, we're okay. We are about 20 minutes outside of Atlantic City.
Okay.
A little less than an hour outside of Philadelphia, also.
Cool.
Awesome. So, if you haven't yet, okay, I hope you are planning on playing around here, hopefully.
Yeah, we definitely are. My old band, actually, it's interesting. We used to play around the Atlantic City area, like
Oh,
the Grand Fromage. I think it was this
oh, that was an awesome place. I miss that so much. It's
Yeah.
gone now.
Oh no.
Oh, shoot.
That's
Yeah.
you know what's funny is my old band actually performed at Richard Stockton University.
Did
on air,
you?
on the radio? We did a full like live set on air, and I think I still have it on my SoundCloud if I scroll down far enough. But yeah, it would be like an
What was your
interview.
band? Tell me.
The band, well, I think we were actually using the City Limit name back then, but it was a
Oh,
completely
okay.
it was my brother on drums and an old friend of mine named Chris Saavedra on bass. I must have been like 20 years old, maybe like probably like 2021. So it was like a lifetime ago, it feels like. But
What
yeah,
year was it?
must have been 2015.
Yeah,
Just-
5 or 6 years ago.
Oh, okay. Wow. Well, I was here at the station, but I missed that one. Shoot, I'm sorry I missed it.
Yeah, no, I have great memories of it though. And everyone at the studio was super nice, and it sucks COVID's happening because if not, we
Yeah.
could be doing the same thing we did back then.
Exactly. Well, okay. Hey, okay. You are definitely always welcome back live
Oh,
after
thank
all
you.
this mess is over with. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. Yeah.
Appreciate that. Thank you.
My pleasure. My pleasure. Okay. All right. Since you have been touring some previously, any interesting stories from that?
Oh, from when? Like from touring, like going
Yeah.
around.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Amanda's dad's.
Oh yes,
Let's keep it FCC friendly now, okay?
definitely, definitely. No, we played this great show in the summer of 2019. It was called Riverfest, Rockin' on the River, and basically it was a fundraising event for the Danville, Pennsylvania Police Department.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, we were raising money for the narcotics unit to get a new like canine dog, and so it started out as like a little modest like thing, just a little like fundraiser show. but then everyone in the town caught wind of it. And all of a sudden now, like next thing you know, there's this local brewery called Rock God Brewing Company, and they show up with all these kegs of beer. You know, like there's like donating their time and their beer to like the event. And then like the police department is like they like did a whole hog roast. They did like a smoked like so it turned into like, and the like local radio
Or
station-
barbecue, of course.
that's a common theme in the city limit. You'll figure that out. Barbecue. But no, but and then the local radio station showed up, and then like so many people, like way more people than we thought. Hundreds of people showed up, and it was great. We opened for this band called Hybrid Ice, which are an amazing band. They actually used to tour with Boston back in the day.
Oh, cool.
And like, yeah, some of the guys in the band like used to be like session musicians for Boston and stuff. And they're just a phenomenal band, super tight.
One of the coolest cover bands I've ever had the pleasure of seeing.
Like, and just so talented, such talented players. So that was definitely one of the memories that sticks out in my head. We got to play on the Susquehanna River in Pennsylvania, like literally the river was right behind us.
Nice.
And it was just like definitely a great memory I'll never forget.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Okay. On a related note, here's a question I like to ask most of my guests. All right. What would be your dream gig? It's the kind of show or venue or both that would be on your bucket list.
You go first. Okay, so yeah, I think we'll both answer this one. So for me, it would probably be like a mid-sized like music festival where it's like there's some acts that are like known in their scene. Not necessarily like a Coachella level festival, but like something that's like more locally done.
Like Peach Festival or something.
Yeah, something like a little bit more modest.
Okay.
I don't know. I like those close knit, like family kind of oriented feeling like shows where like everyone's kind of friends by the end of the night. You know what I mean? You see like
Nice.
where it's like, hundreds of thousands of people. I mean, obviously that's also cool, but those kind of shows with like a sense of community and like all the bands know each other. I love those. Those are like my favorites. So
yeah, if we're talking like dream gigs to play, like he said, as cool as it would be to play like Wembley or like the Hollywood Bowl, that's all great and all, but like it is cool when you have like a little bit of kind of intimacy with the audience. So I think playing like some of these theaters, like the Beacon Theater in New York City, for instance, that would be like definitely like a bucket list gig for me to play a venue like that, or even like Webster Hall. Venues that are like big, great. The sound system is amazing, but it's like you could still like kind of see the faces of the audience and like have that kind of interplay between performer and audience that I think is like one of the best parts about performing.
Nice. Okay. To tack on to that, if you could play with or even open for the band or artist, who might that be?
oh, that's a tough question. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's hard to say because like our music tastes are so crazy and everywhere that it would be hard to give you the most realistic answer. But
I think it'll be cool to play with like bands who maybe aren't like super giant, like like the Foo Fighters, like not that big, I'm saying. But like to be able to play with like like there's this band called Lawrence the Band, which is like one of my favorite new bands right now. I think based out of New York City. It'd be cool to like open for a band like them who aren't like mega superstars or whatever, but are like super seasoned musicians and have a lot of like experience like touring and playing gigs and stuff like that. It would be cool to like play with a band like that, because I feel like a band like that could help show us the ropes, teach us a couple of things, and and also I just really like that band's music, so it'd be cool to play with them.
Interesting. Nice. Okay. And okay. All right. Personally, what were your guys' first concerts?
First concerts, I mean, I saw people like when I was younger. I saw like people like Pete Seeger, like with my family.
Oh, nice.
Artists like that, like some blues people, and But concerts that I would say like stick out to me, like impacted me, are more like people like Radiohead or like Nine Inch Nails or someone like Hiatus Coyote, like this neo soul group from Australia.
Nice.
That are so like influential on like the way I write music. Those kind of groups. Definitely a big like Trent Reznor fan. So
Me too. Me too.
and it's funny because like our music isn't really like their music, but like I don't know, they're just
We're
they're
hugely impacted by them.
yeah, they're definitely influential.
Like I write like pop music and blues music. My band in high school was called Sunspots, which is named after a Nine Inch Nails song off their With Teeth album. So I think for both of us, Nine Inch Nails has been like a hugely influential band.
Like in the back of our mind,
Always, yeah. For me, my first show that I saw was probably Blink-182. I think I saw them.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
Yeah, with my dad and my brother. I saw them when I was a kid. But the first one, like as like an adult and a serious musician that I remember seeing and like being like, wow, like you could be that good on stage, was probably Paul McCartney at Yankee Stadium.
Oh,
I remember
yeah.
seeing that show, and it was like almost like a pivotal moment for me as a musician, where like I was like, you could be that good. Like he played like 2.5 hours and like didn't take a sip of water, and he's like, how old? Like that was just
Especially, right, okay.
yeah.
Especially at his age, I know, it's crazy.
that actually reminds me now of a better answer. I saw Billy Joel and Ellen John
Oh, nice.
in Washington D.C. when I was like 12 or something, and
Oh, I saw him in Philly. Yeah, that's
it's such a
great
treat.
tour.
Like
Nice.
I just remember they sang each other's songs, and they're like kind of doing a dueling piano thing, and it was so
Right.
cool to see. It was beautiful. So that was
Yeah,
definitely
fantastic. Yeah,
one for me.
fantastic. And about Paul McCartney,
Yeah.
he's still going strong now.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, he's great.
oh my gosh. I was lucky enough. I was able to afford to see him back in 2001, right? And he had a song for the 9/11 back then. But yeah, so
I remember that.
oh yeah, it's he was awesome back then. Told stories about his songs too, of course,
Cool.
which for Beatles fans, oh my gosh, that's fantastic.
I remember when I saw him at Yankee Stadium, he was not only telling great stories about like John and George and everything, he was telling great stories about like Jimi Hendrix and Eric Clapton and
Oh yeah.
and Paul Simon, and there's a lot of like the musicians he was around back then, and it was like so fascinating to listen to.
Oh yeah. Yes. I'm not sure if he still does it, but at least in 2001, one of the memorable things, and it was fairly recent, I think, after George Harrison died.
Oh yeah, it was.
But he played a tribute while my guitar gently weeps on a ukulele.
Jeez, that's crazy.
And I think he talked about how George actually loved the instrument too, so he did it that way.
Yeah. When I saw him, he did a tribute to George where he did like something on the ukulele, but then he also did Here Comes the Sun and Taxman, if I remember correctly.
Oh, nice. Yeah, fantastic.
I saw him at Firefly in 2015 or 16, and he did Tomorrow Never Knows.
Nice.
That's like one of my like favorite Beatles songs because it's just so like ahead of its time.
Great time learning song.
Yeah, it was so cool. And then he did like Hey Jude, and like that was obviously incredible. It's like the whole entire like 100,000 person crowd was basically singing every word. Yeah, it was so good.
Oh yeah. Okay. Here's something for you to think about. All right. His recent album, McCartney 3, we've been charting here also. And I would have to check for these specific weeks, but I'm pretty sure you and him were were on our charts at the same time. So that's
Oh,
cool.
That's wild, man. Look at my dad. I made it.
At least ours personally, I'm saying.
Yeah.
You know.
That's cool. That's so funny.
Oh boy, yeah, yeah. Okay. All right. How can people find you online and stuff?
Yeah, we have a strong online presence. We're on everything from Facebook at facebook.com/the City Limit Band to Instagram. Our handle is the_city_limit. We're on Spotify. Just type in the City Limit, we come up. Same thing with Apple Music, Google Music, which I think now is YouTube Music. Yeah, but Amazon, and then we're on like the smaller sites too, like SoundCloud. .com/the City Limit. We have Bandcamp, the City Limit.bandcamp.com.
Good.
We're on Reverb Nation, reverbnation.com/the City Limit. So we're out there. If you just Google us, just type in the City Limit, we pop right up at the top. So it's pretty easy to find us.
Very good, very good. And okay. And I do need to wrap things up because I want to leave. Okay, leave room for your music. We'll be playing also. Great, awesome. Okay. Is there anything you would like to say to your current and potential listeners?
Yeah, absolutely. We have a new single we're about to put out. Well, it's coming. It's off the latest record, "See Your Way Out." It's a song called "Wake Up Your Mind." We just shot the music video for it about 2 weekends ago. We shot this video, and we should be putting it out within the next couple weeks. So look out for that. Follow us on our social media so that you can keep up to date with everything. But the warm weather's coming in, so shows are happening again. So follow us on Facebook, Instagram, all that stuff, so that you could keep track of the shows, because we're playing all around New Jersey this summer. So should be awesome.
Definitely trying to expand and find some places.
Yep.
A little down young.
Definitely.
Fantastic. And hope to hope to see you in the area here.
Yeah, we'll be there.
You know what? La Grande Fromage closed up. But there are local places that that are taking it. Taking its place. One of the biggest ones right now that are even doing limited shows during the COVID, right? It's called Bourré. It's in French Quarter thing about BOURRE, I think it is.
All right. Cool.
Cajun restaurant. I am sure that they got some barbecue for you. I'll say that.
Hey, we love Cajun food too. Like Cajun's second to barbecue in our book. Like we're big Creole food fans.
All right, very good. Hope to see you in person somewhere, definitely real soon.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Looking forward to it.
This summer.
Very good. Okay. Thank you for making the time. Everyone, and you've been listening to the City Limit Talk, and we will be hearing their music.
Great.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for having us.
Thanks so much, man.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Great.